Here we are entering Belle Isle Historic Park. Historic Civil War battle camp. Here we are. The James River right in front of us here. As you can see, there's the railroad that looks quite old. It's been here for some time. And right to our left here, you can't quite see it. Over that way, you have Tredegar Ironworks. Here we have some of the trails, the James River Park system. This is where we are. Here we are, right here at Belle Isle. We're actually right here at the start. So
you can see Hollywood Cemetery is right across the river. Oregon
right
Hill.
Up here. It's right up that way. There's a train right here. We have a good little overlook, James River. See, it goes all the way across there. That's Belle Isle that we're looking at now. Alright, so here we are, walking across the hanging bridge, as you can see. Here we're walking right through Belle Isle. Here are some old historic, old railroad. And then we have a dam that way. And, as you can see, here now people kayak in this area. Hollywood Cemetery is right up on that hill over there on the other side of that building. Yeah. So this is the Old Dominion Iron and Steel Company. It was the Chrysler building. You can see from the steel structure right there. The tall design, thick I-beams, and a mix of different types of pieces of rock. This is one of the first factory buildings constructed by the ODIS, probably in the early 1900s. ODIS was famous for its advanced metallurgy and fine casting, important in fabricating complex structures like heat exchangers. During World War I, the hatches for tanks were made for Chrysler motors, and the structure became known as the Chrysler Building. Alright, so as you can see, this large roof building was used pre-World War I and during World War I to manufacture tanks and other engine parts. The actual factory is also right over there. You saw it in the last video with the giant steel frame still standing. Here we have some very old detritus left over from the steel plant, the engine plant down to the left. This is also where the Civil War Army set up camp. They set up camp all throughout the island.
Yeah, the Confederate Army's camp for POW Union soldiers. And that's this whole island. There's some more monuments down yonder that we'll show you guys.
During the Civil War, over 1,000 Union soldiers perished in the 6-acre prison site before you. Of those who survived in both northern and southern camps, many were exchanged in such wretched condition that they were often unfit to return into duty. The gratitude for the preservance of this Union soldiers who sacrificed much of their preserve of the Union, we dedicate this monument.
So this is a military map of Richmond. It shows the rebel fortification drawn on the ground for the War Department by Major W.C. Hughes of Michigan. But you can see Belle Isle right here. And
drawn and illustrated in 1864.
This is the Libby prison, which was placed on Belle Isle. We'll approach that next.
This is the some of the grounds where the old prison was located back in the Civil War days, and it is now an abandoned hydro plant that I believe was abandoned in the 60s, possibly the 70s, but not that long ago. Here's some of the windows. It is now gated up, but this is just another example of one of the ancient relics that you might find at Belle Isle.
For much of the 19th century, this land was part of an iron foundry that made nails, wire, horseshoes, and ran on water power.
In 1925, it was purchased by the Virginia Electric Power Company. The hydro plant was closed in the mid-20th century because it was shut down by silt that overflowed into the gates.
Belle Rolling, Milling, and Slitting Manufactory, 1815 to 1900. Through the arched doorway, mules pulled carts of scrap iron from England. Water powered the machinery. European immigrants and black slaves provided the labor. The nails, wire, and horseshoes were famous throughout the South.
Alright, so this is the Ironworks oil house here, and it's actually a building that existed pre-Civil War. It was part of an oil refinery, and it actually used to be piled almost to the roof with earth.